Good day, everyone. Welcome to my another pre-recorded presentation. This is Avril Aker, and I hope you will find this session engaging and meaningful as we learn together. Today, I will be talk about Unit 2, the techniques for listening and speaking using Dictogloss. So what is Dictogloss? Dictogloss is a teaching method involving listening to and reconstructing a text from memory. It can be a fun and effective way to improve students' listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Here are a few ideas for Dictogloss activities that you can try in your classroom. First is short text. Choose a short text such as news, article, poem, and read it aloud to your students. Second is dialogue. Play a short dialogue from a movie or TV show for your students. Third is storytelling. Tell a short story to your students using gestures and facial expressions to help them remember the details. Fourth is vocabulary building. Choose a set of vocabulary words that you want your students to learn. And fifth is grammar practice. Choose a grammar point you want your students to practice, such as the past tense or the passive voice. So here are the 6 types of text that you can use for a Dictogloss activity. First is news article. It gives students practice with factual information and formal language. Second is poem. It helps learners focus on rhythm, sound, and creative expressions. Third is dialogue from a movie or TV show. It builds conversational skills and listening to natural speech. Fourth is fairy tale. It encourages imagination and exposes students to narrative structures. Fifth is social media posts. Uses short, modern, and relatable language for real-life communication. And last is letter or email. It teaches formal or informal writing styles and everyday communication. Now let's proceed to the structure to implement Dictogloss and what order should you work with. First, choose the text. Select a short, level-appropriate text that matches your student's language ability and lesson goal. Second, pre-teach vocabulary. Introduce keywords or phrases so students can understand the text better during listening. Third, read the text aloud. Read the passage at normal speed or usually twice, while students listen and take notes. Fourth, students reconstruct the text. Learners work in pairs or groups to create the text as accurately as possible using their notes. Fifth, compare and discuss. Groups share their versions, compare with each other and the original text, and talk about differences. Sixth is reflect on language use. Students review grammar, vocabulary, and expressions to see what they learned and how they can improve. Now, how does Dictogloss work with differential learning? Grouping. You can group students according to their language proficiency level. Support. You can provide different levels of support to different students based on their needs. Time. You can allow students to work at their own pace and take as much time as they need to reconstruct the text. Feedback. You can provide individualized feedback to each student based on their performance. And task modification. You can modify the task to make it more or less challenging based on the needs of different students. Now let's move forward to outline and description of the 4 stages of Dictogloss in layman's terms. Here's a brief description of each stage. Presentation. In this stage, the teacher presents a text to the students. Second, dictation. In this stage, the teacher reads the text aloud at a moderate pace while the students listen carefully. Reconstruction. In this stage, the students work in groups to reconstruct the text from memory. And the last one is comparison and correction. In this stage, the students compare their version of the text with the original version. In conclusion, Dictogloss is a simple yet powerful activity that combines listening, speaking, reading, and writing. It promotes collaboration, builds academic language, and provides scaffolding that helps learners engage with English at a higher level.